We have the first of our male Kumite bronze medal matches, this time for the minus 55 kilogram category, and coming onto the tatami from Japan, Masaki Yamaoka. His opposition in blue from Morocco, OUSSAMA Darai. Still a 2-minute match. Masaki Yamaoka on the left of the screen in red. Just the referee asked to hold the match for a moment. The clock was started at a different time. So back into the action now. 1 minute 58 seconds. Chula Mawashi there. Attempt from Darai OUSSAMA for Morocco in the blue. It is possible for the competitors to hold on with both hands. Jordan Mawashi from
Great timing.
Masaki Yamaoka of Japan. What a wonderful technique.
Nice hook kick.
He opens the score with that convincing Jordan Mawashi. He will receive 3 points and the century advantage for that. Darai OUSSAMA of Morocco has an uphill struggle here. Still quite a bit of time on the clock, but there's a deliberate jogai from Masaki Yamaoka. He now has a chikoku. Darai OUSSAMA, the Moroccan's got to try Jordan Mawashi, and he's successful. It was Masaki Yamaoka who was moving in.
2 counter
but
hook
the
kicks.
Flexibility of these
It's amazing
athletes.
how high they can get their leg in very close.
So the score
quarters.
now 3-3, but it is Yamaoka of Japan in red who has that century advantage. There's another attempt of the Jordan Mawashi from Morocco. Jordan Gazamazuki, the front hand punch. Now Yamaoka is holding that hand up as he goes in. He doesn't want another repeat of that flexibility from Darai OUSSAMA of Morocco. Oh!
Another one.
Well, now the interesting thing here is, did it hit a bit too hard? It looked a fabulous technique. The judges all believe so, I'm sure. Now, what does the referee make of this? It's an interesting one, because if he feels it was too hard, then he will give a contact violation. It did look as though it was an exceptionally good kick. There's no doubt about that. But if it was an injury, then it has to be, as you said earlier, Dion, didn't you? It's skin touch only.
Skin touch only. But what the competitors have also been careful is feigning an injury.
Yes,
because the judges,
yes, indeed.
The referee can also penalise him for that.
Well, if he's feigning the injury, if there was no injury,
if there's no injury, he can get disqualified.
It could be a shikaku, which is the highest level of warning. Here we'll say, there's the brilliant Jordan Mawashi. Now, did it? It didn't look so hard.
But interesting to see
He
what
did.
the doctor
He
says.
did go down immediately from that, didn't he? But it's going to be really quite an important. It's going to be a vital decision here from the referee. Did he believe it to be too hard? He will get an advice from the doctor. He'll ask the doctor of his opinion. And if the doctor says, well, no, there was nothing there, then he may be thinking about feigning, in which case it could be a shikaku.
It'd be interesting to see if there's any actual red marks on the face.
Yes.
Or any signs of concussion.
And if he thinks
So the
that it was a
referee-
brilliant technique, now this is going to be interesting because he can't really come back and just give a Chogoku. It would have to be a fairly high level of warning. He's given the,
warning.
he's giving it,
Just a
but only a Chikoku.
and exaggeration.
And
of
exaggeration. Now that was really interesting because he can't give the score.
injury. And the minimum exaggeration of injury, he must get a Hansoku Chui.
So that was a really thoughtful
Oh, nice
decision.
Jodanzuki from Japan.
So the referee has stopped the match to give another point to Yamaoka of Japan.
Both competitors trying to maintain a high guard in close, wary of those high kicks.
That was a really good decision. It was a close
I think it
call
was
there.
a very good decision by the referee.
Yeah, from that difficult challenge he had to have there, and he had a good conversation with the doctor, and the doctor must have said that there was a bit of an injury there, but it wasn't so huge. But
Second category 2
yeah.
for Japan.
But if there is an injury, it can't be a score. Oh, geez, Yamaoka there just propelling his opponent out, pushing him out of the area a little bit. Now, whether the referee thinks that was done deliberately or not, just asking the coach to keep quiet. And yes, the referee has gone for that warning, Hansoku Chui, because
both
it did look like Yamaoka has
another Jodan
tried to do that.
from
There's a
Japan, but he's got Morocco have also scored.
This is turning into some match, isn't it, Dion? 4 points all. But it is Japan that has the Senchu. No contact at all allowed with the hands.
Contact for Morocco. Second contact warning.
Keikoku warning.
Last 10 seconds of the match. Can they hold the score on Japan? Take it with the Senchu.
See Yamaoka going in there with that Jodanzuki.
Video review.
I think there's a
from
challenge
Japan.
going
It looks
to
like
be put in from the coach of Yamaoka.
I think it's for a Jodanzuki.
There's the coach and the video review panel. It's only the second time, I think, that they've had to look at this, and
No.
it's been rejected. But there's no time left on the score. Japan still has the Senchu advantage. Sometimes the coach might use that challenge just to pinch a little bit of time to calm their players down. But it is Masaki Yamaoka of Japan who takes the bronze medal over Edari Osama of Morocco. What a great match,
Great match.
that was.
4-all advantage. Or 4-all with a Senchu advantage.
He had quite a bit of drama there. Great techniques, some wonderful kicking techniques. Decisions from the judges having to, or the referee in particular, having to look very careful at that technique, and he did so, had a good conversation with there was that Jodan Oromawashi coming out the second time.
And both competitors were very cautious not to get another Category 2 warning in those last 15 seconds of the match. They were both on Category 2 Hansoku Chui.